Read London and New York, as I said before, but very much in this together. One of the points of my coming here is not to just look at what the city government is doing, but also to talk, look around ideas, and also see what we can work together. I see this, and I run the risk of, I don't mean to offend the rest of the world, New York and London, we are the prime financial services centres. Bluntly, I'm biased. We are the centre of the world, and we need to work together on this, and we can learn from each other. And very much, I don't come from a point of arrogance. I come here from looking to learn and how we can both work together to get through this and be optimistic.
You're here meeting with city officials, because I did read that Mayor Boris Johnson of London is asking Mayor Bloomberg for help.
Oh, absolutely. We're not proud about this. It's about we're in this together. I've been meeting city officials here, been meeting your economic development people, your small business support, looking at your 311 system and other city government infrastructure and what you're doing in terms of infrastructure projects. But also, we're looking to hopefully bring Boris over in the autumn. But it very much is New York and London together on this.
Right. That's what you say. But I also hear from business leaders here constantly that our financial sectors are competing with each other. Here, they worry that too much regulation, for example, too many accounting rules since the Enron scandal, are driving the investment banks to move over there and make London, rather than New York, the financial capital of the world. How much do you see that happening?
Well, let's see. I mean, it's quite right. You've raised a smile there on me. We complain about too much regulation and too much treacle, I call it, in London. Of course, there'll always be competition. We're like a family. I mean, I have an older brother, and we're intensely competitive. However, in tough times, we love each other. And, I love New York. I've been here a number of times as a tourist, and I'm lucky to come here on business now.
What's bringing you here this time? Are you meeting with our deputy mayors? They're a barrel of laughs.
Oh, I can't comment on the last, but yes, I have.
We are still the cultural capital of the world, even if we're competing with you for financial capital. Anything else strike you as similar or different about our two cities? Oh,
there's lots of differences. There are differences in terms of size, in terms of some of our outlook, in terms of some of our ethnic makeup, but in terms of a lot of similarities. We're both very diverse cities. We've both got people who are get-up-and-goers, who are doers, who are outward-looking, who look to trade, who look to move on, and also very adaptable and skillful people. And also what strikes me about New York is that inane optimism that times are tough, but we're going to get through it. And that's a very similar trait to parts of London as well.
Ian Clement, the Deputy Mayor of London, my guest here on WNYC. U.S. Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke was in London yesterday, giving his cheery warning, some of which we played earlier, about the ongoing risk of a collapse of the financial system in this country. How worried are you about the British banking system literally collapsing under its debt?
Obviously concerned, and I've got a mortgage and I've got a bank account, so I'm just a human being like the rest of us. But there is concern, but we need to be optimistic and realistic. People will not stop doing business. People will not stop buying food. People will not stop earning a living. People will not stop trading. We need to be realistic, but we also must not sit there wringing our hands and being an ostrich. The system will survive. The system may change, we may adapt, but the system will survive. We will get through this.
And what about the system? Because your equivalent of our TARP program, the bank bailout, has gotten a lot of positive attention here, because your country requires the banks to lend money to ease credit, not just hoard it to build their reserves. Do you think it's working better to ease credit over there as a result?
I can only comment on the UK. I work for the Mayor of London. We don't have a foreign policy. I'll leave that to Her Majesty's government. In London, that is working. But it's not just the only facet. And that's where the Mayor comes in. It's talking about leadership. It's about bringing forward infrastructure projects like Crossrail, like upgrading the public transit system, the tube, talking about making sure that we invest in job skills and growth, and working with the City of London to make sure we've got the right regulation, and also lobbying government to remove that regulation. So it's not just about bailing out banks. It's about a lot more than that.
We played that Gordon Brown clip from October where he talked about the crisis that came from America. Do you consider the global financial crisis an American export?
No. As I said, I don't do foreign policy, but I am an ex-Conservative borough leader, so I have my own private thoughts on our Prime Minister. but I don't consider that. My view is we are where we are, and we need to work together on this. And I let politicians at a higher level than myself, at national level, talk about those things. I'm interested here to see how New York and London can work together to get through this.